Hello guys, this is Systematic, and in the last video I showed you the basics of using the team builder on Pokemon Online. In this video I will be giving you tips on what websites to use that can help you make an effective team. I personally know I'm not the best battler. I hold currently a 1200 rating on Wi-Fi OU on the Pokemon Online server, but this is just advising you on how to make a team and make it effective to win battles. Alright, so the first thing here is a blank team. You can just get this by clicking File, New Team, and you get blank 6 moves, blank 6 Pokemon. Okay, you can see that's my training information. Alright, so just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be making a rain team. The basics of a rain team is a Pokemon that has the ability Drizzle, which is a Politoed. Alright, the first website that you want to use, and arguably the most important, is a website called smogon.com. I'll post a link to the description of all the websites I'll mention in this video. Okay, at the top here you can notice there's a little search bar. I want to be looking for help on making a Politoed, so I just type the name in. There we go, very simple. DP stands for Diamond and Pearl. This link is important if you're going to be making a 4th generation team, but because I'm making a 5th generation team, I'm going to be looking for B/W, which stands for Black and White. R/S stands for Ruby and Sapphire, which is good for 3rd generation, and G and S stands for Gold and Silver, I think, which is good for 2nd generation. So I'm going to click Black and White. Okay, the first thing you notice is it gives an overview of all the abilities Politoed can carry. I'm using it for this particular ability, Drizzle. Pokemon makes it rain if it appears in battle. These are the base stats. You can find these in Pokemon Online Team Builder. They're all built in the Pokédex, explained in the last video. Overview is a general overview of the Pokemon, what it's good for and what it lacks. Here's what I use the site most for. It gives you a number of different options of sets to use which are effective. When I like to use a Politoed, I use the choice specs here, but it's completely up to you, personal opinion, what you want to use. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is choice specs. Quite self-explanatory. You're going to be having the item choice specs. So you go to Team Builder. On the left, you can either type in the name of the Pokemon or scroll down, and it is number 186. The item, find the choice specs. Okay, going back, you can see the ability Drizzle. So you want to go to the right here. The 3 abilities that it has, just select Drizzle. Very simple. Nature, modest or timid. It gives an explanation of what nature to use depending on what you're looking for in the Pokemon here. These are some, it says right there, some calculations assuming a modest nature are listed. Maximum speed investment allows it Politoed to outrun major threats. So if you want it to outrun major threats, that's when you use a timid nature. I personally like a hard hitting Pokemon, very aggressive, so I'm going to be using the modest nature. Move across, and here's the EVs. 252 for special attack, 4 special defense, 252 speed. I showed you how to do this in the last video. Just scroll across, give it 252, does it 252 speed, and 4 special defense. Next is the move slots. There's 4 moves. What moves will it be using? Hydro Pump or Surf. When it gives you 2 options, or 3 sometimes, there's always an explanation for what move you want to be using. Hydro Pump is a golden arrow of OU powering through many Pokemon that resist it. It says somewhere here that Surf is used for accuracy, but Hydro Pump is used for power. I've gone through this before. It's there, believe me. I'm going to be using Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Grass. So go here, either type in the move or search for it. It should be here. There it is, Hydro Pump. Second move was Ice Beam, Hidden Power Grass. I showed you how to do this. Select Hidden Power, then move across to the right here. Click here, scroll, look for Grass. There it is, very simple. And then just type in or select. Okay, that's the first Pokemon done. Now, what Smogon offers, which is very helpful in my eyes, is that it tells you teammates if you're using a particular Pokemon. So if you go here, having alternative methods to handle Politoed's checks and counters is extremely important. Magnezone supports Politoed spectacularly. So one option that's available to me now is to use a Magnezone on my team. There's some more here, as you can see. Jirachi, Thunderous, Dragonite, and Rotom W. I'm just going to pick randomly, but I would suggest for you to read through this and see what your team requires or what you're looking for in a team. So I'm just going to pick Thunderous. Okay, scroll back to the top of the page, the search bar, type in Thunderous. And it should come up here somewhere. There we are, Thunderous Black and White. And abilities, everything. There's a number of sets. I'm a very aggressive player, so I tend to go for a hard-hitting Pokemon, as I stated earlier. So I'm going to be using the Nasty Plot set. Just copy that in. I know this set off by heart, so do this very quickly. Thunderous, Timid, max out the speed, such that. But what I'd advise is that you read through all the sets and see what's best for you. This is just a test team. It's not particularly the team I'm going to use myself. I think I use a sand team sometimes. What item was it? I think it was the leftovers. The more 4 moves, so I'm going to give it Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot, Hidden Power, Ice. Where is it? Where is it? Focus Blast. Yeah, that's it really. I think that's Thunderous done. This I could continue doing more Pokemon in the video, but it's just that would be very boring and time consuming. Yeah, but just another very important website that I would suggest you go to is this website here, Pokemon.maryland.com. I'll post the links to the websites I'm using in the description of the video. What this is useful for is once you're here, go to the left, you see black and white. This is what it's useful for. It's Team Builder. This basically gives an outline of all the weaknesses that your team has and what advantages it has. So, for example, the first Pokemon on my team was a Politoed. Alright, as you can see here, electric and grass moves will hit it hard. So the thing that I need to know is that I need a Pokemon that can counter electric or grass moves. So that's why I picked the Thunderous. See, Smogon is very useful like that because it knows that a Politoad's weakness is grass, so a good teammate that I can have is a Thunderous. So go there. Right, now as Thunderous came into the team builder, if you scroll across you can see that your team now has a 50% resistance to grass moves. So if your Politoad is going to be hit by a grass move, you can switch into Thunderous. It will take 50% damage. Very simple. This I would suggest you use throughout your team, and I would advise that make sure your team does not have three on any side, on any of the right side of this team builder, as that will mean half your team has a weakness to a certain move type. This can all be seen here. Any cell in a bright red means you consider changing your team around because you have large weakness in that type. Once you have selected 6 Pokemon, a bright red cell will only appear if your team has a weakness to 3 or more. If your team has a weakness to a certain move type with 3 or more of your Pokemon. Alright, so basically you can just continue building the team. Here you go, team option, additional comments, scroll down. Here you go. Gives you some more Pokemon that it could use. Here we go. An excellent example is a Ferrothorn. So just continue the process. Alternatively, if you know yourself a good counter or addition to your team, you can add that in yourself. But this is the basic outline of how I make my team. This was systematic. Thank you very much for watching. And in my next video, I will be going online with a test team and showing you how to work around the online servers.